After a Karen finds themselves publicly humiliated or find out they're currently being recorded for their antics, they usually do something completely stupid, whether that be just simply requesting for you to stop recording and to delete that even though you're in a public space, or whether it be asking a ridiculous request from you, or just trying to swipe your phone out of your hand. You know, typical assault. Welcome to Completely Stupid, the show about stupid people doing completely stupid things. Let's get into the clips. Here we got an intriguing clip that comes from Goodwill. Basically, this guy apparently came to this Goodwill based upon an ad that he saw either online or in a catalog or just on one of the random billboards around the area. Basically, he's come into the store going for that special. It turns out that special isn't a thing, so this is how he responds to it.
Leave. Just leave.
Because you guys drug me in here on a false sale.
All right, you can call corporate and take that up with them.
Yeah, you work for Walgreens. Then shut up. If you don't work for Walgreens.
Hey, man, just leave, man.
You too.
Just leave.
You enjoy working for Walgreens, man, on your spare time.
You act like a big kid. Just leave, man. Just leave. Just leave. Golly, man. Look at these kids. They act better than you do, man.
You, because he didn't get drug in here on a false
Call
ad.
corporate. Take that up with
I'm
corporate.
going to call corporate. Have you ever called corporate?
Call corporate. Take it up
Call
with them.
corporate. Have you ever called corporate?
Golly.
You work for them. You know what calling corporate means. It means you'll never be
Just leave.
You'll never have a phone.
Just leave, man. Golly. You coming back for more.
I'm not going to leave until you stand up. Okay, no, you have to stand up before I'm leaving.
Just leave,
I'm
man.
not standing up till you. I'm not leaving until you stand up.
How old are you? How old are
4
you?
times older than you.
All right, act like it and leave. You acting like a big kid, man. You leave out of here, get in your car, and call corporate, and you let them know about they false prices. You don't have to yell across the store. It's kids in here, man. Just leave. Just leave,
You
man.
don't care.
I
care
don't.
enough to get up.
I don't.
Sitting there.
Get out of the store, man.
Thank you, man.
You work here?
Get,
Do you work here?
What's your problem?
Do you work here?
No, but I have a good daughter.
Hey, what's
Get on it and make it a problem. What's your problem?
That is crazy, man. Just leave, man. You need to start shopping online, man.
No, I need to shop.
You need to shop online. That's fine, leave. That's fine, just leave.
Still go do that.
Golly.
Yeah, if the ad showed a special price of X, Y, and Z, then and it was within the time frame that you went to the store, yeah, that legitimately sucks. But there's a few things to pay attention to. At least that's from what I've learned in Australia. I don't know if it follows a very similar system, but usually, let's say for example, catalogs. Any catalogs that get sent out, there's less and less of them these days. The catalog tends to promote specials that happen in the next week cycle. Over here in Australia, the specials cycle every Wednesday. So Wednesday, you'll have a new batch of specials at most supermarket stores that weren't there the day beforehand. Usually the catalogs for those specials either come out on the weekend beforehand or maybe even a week beforehand. But usually these catalogs have got dates on them to let you know when these specials are going to be in effect. That might have been the case here where it gave you an ad for a special that also had some dates attached to it. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it's meant to be a now special. Or maybe you saw an old ad that hadn't been taken down yet. Either way, it seems like something's gone astray. But I love his reaction when he finds out that he's been told to leave multiple different times, and then he's just like, you know what, you stand up. I'll leave after you stand up. That's such a ridiculous thing to like. That makes no sense to me. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to leave if you stand up. What happens when he stands up? Nothing's going to happen if he stands up. I legitimately don't get why you're making such a wacky request, man. Here we have a family who gets caught skipping the entire line at this water park, and they get a bit of karma for it.
Llevo como media hora aquí. Voy a sacar todo mi odio. Me decía Irene, espérate que ¿qué? Estoy estresada. Ya verán los pagos. Voy a llamar a mi tío que es carabinero. ¡Ya, po! Me voy a tirar. Me voy a tirar. Mira que se gringa. ¿Y si la bajo de la mecha? Ustedes no. ¿Quién se? No deben ni entender lo que estamos hablando. Eso, no la van a dejar subir de nuevo.
La tienen que echar ahora, po.
Y la bruta preguntó, ¿cuánto me demora esto?
Y los cabros ahí.
Pobrecito.
I don't know what language is being spoken by most of the people in this clip, and I'm not going to assume because, again, I just don't know. But I would assume that the family who's now been pulled off this ride would not only just be super annoyed at this entire mess, but there'd be this whole level of embarrassment of all these people up there chanting for you to, I assume, chanting for you to be removed or something along those lines, basically adding on to the sheer embarrassment of being caught doing something this stupid and then having everyone around you chant for your demise effectively. It's hilarious. It's amazing. Here we have a pair of whom I assume are roof inspectors, or at least one of them's a roof inspector and the other guy is just there to give second opinions. I'm assuming. I'm not 100% sure how this works. I'm gathering this is probably something to do with some form of claim from weather damage, yada yada yada. We're moving along from that section. Basically, this guy who's behind the camera wasn't exactly happy with how the Ben behind front of the camera treated the last house and how he lied on his report about there not being wind damage on the roof. And well, he isn't quite happy with that. Here's a clip.
Hey, Ben, bro, here's the thing. If everything happens according to the books and ethically, there's no reason to get upset about being videoed.
Yeah, well, I don't consent
Hey,
to being videoed.
Ben, it's a one-party state. Look, here's the other thing. You and I were just on a roof in Arrington. We agreed that there was wind damage. You filed in the report that there was no damage at all, and I didn't video you. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. I had good faith in you, and you abused that. So I'm not doing this again, and I would love to get a new adjuster out, someone that'll actually do their job ethically and according to code, because I'm not going back and forth with you on this, Ben. I did this once, and they're closing the claim. So now we got to get an engineer out, because you lied to me, and you lied on your report. If you were doing things right, you wouldn't have a problem with being videoed. Because if you have nothing to hide, you wouldn't mind it being on record.
Oh, I have nothing to hide.
Then why do you
I don't
care?
consent to being videoed, so-
I don't need your consent, Ben. It's a one-party state. That's tough. If you want to get in your truck and kick rocks, you can.
I'm about to.
Sweet. Thanks so much for your time.
You bet.
Yes, sir.
Well, it looks like we're going to be postponing this.
We'll get a new adjuster out.
Yeah, we don't consent to being videoed, and he's...
And we don't need your consent, Ben. Again, if you're doing everything right and according to the books, we wouldn't need to do this.
Again.
Because when you lie on your last report with
I'll
the
give you a
last
call to
homeowner...
reschedule this, but we're not going to be videoed.
So, okay, so my farmer's agent is on his way here.
Okay?
So
Cool.
why don't you guys just wait for a second?
That'd be great.
Mediate with
And then we can have a third party here too to make sure everything. Because I don't understand the difference
Sure.
between a State Farm
But,
employee and a video
Until
camera.
the camera's put up, I'm done.
Ben,
So.
if you did everything ethically and according to code and according to state law, I wouldn't need to video
Hey,
you.
Ben, don't leave. The guy's coming. Ben, don't leave.
It honestly
Be in the
is
truck,
a
okay.
blessing.
Look, Ben, you probably did about the second worst thing you could have done in front of this camera, and that is to simply just walk away because now you're being recorded. Like, there's so many other ways you could handle this in a far better manner, and this is the way you chose to handle by, like, oh, nope, I'm not doing this. I don't consent to being recorded, even though it's a one-party state, as well as the fact that I'm on a street that's out in public, so I'm going to be recorded anyway, and there's nothing I can do about that. I still don't agree to this, and I'm not doing my job now. Sorry, but that's just what it is. I don't like being recorded. It's just like such a silly thing to do. Out of everything you could have done to alleviate the situation, whether just to do the roof inspection correctly, and then this clip would have probably never gotten out there, because then he's like, okay, fine, you do it properly, cool beans, I guess. And then furthermore to that, I wouldn't be too surprised if this gets you in a bit of trouble, considering this is probably going to get a fair bit of attention. So good job, Ben. You Good job. You might need to go searching for a new one, buddy. In this next clip here, we've got a guy who is so desperate to make his complaint about the bad customer service, he's willing to cut off another person who's currently trying to make their order in order to make the complaint. And when they get pointed out to by doing that from the woman themselves, he decides to do the lamest excuse of, I don't argue with women. Here's a clip.
But it's not. That's not that serious. You don't need to come bang on
Yeah, but you don't need to come down. Mind your business.
It's a child.
Man, mind
You
your
came
business.
and interrupted me
Don't
when I was
make me call my wife.
ordering.
Don't make
I'll
me-
order. The hell?
Please stop, man. Mind your business.
I'm ordering my food and you came to
Please,
interrupt
I
me
didn't got
ordering.
anything to
You
you.
came and
Ma'am, don't
interrupted
make me-
him.
ma'am, I don't
You
argue with
came
women.
and
I will.
interrupted
My
him.
wife is
You
on the
came
corner.
and
I will call
interrupted
my wife.
him. You
I
came and
don't argue
interrupted him
with women,
rudely
ma'am.
while I'm
Ma'am,
trying to order. That's
I
disrespectful.
don't argue with women, but I
It's
will call my
disrespectful.
wife.
It's
Don't argue with women, but I will call my wife.
disrespectful.
But I will call my wife, and my wife will come up here and really.
You're not gonna do
Call her.
that.
I'll call the police. Call her. Call her. Call
Like I
her.
said, I don't argue with women.
Call her.
Call
Call
Because I
her.
said, because I said somebody hung up
I'll
on me.
call the police for you guys. Don't
Call
worry.
the police. Call the police. Call the police. Call the police. What the f- look like, man?
You threatening me, right?
I blame
On
you.
camera, you did, right?
What did I tell them to do to you?
Okay.
What did I tell them to do to you? What was the
You-
threat? What was the
Call your
threat?
right.
What was the no?
Call
Call
your
the
right.
police. Get the police up here.
Right, yeah, I'm
Get
not
the
the one
police up
either
here.
on Winchester.
Whatever you want to. I mean, you don't change it back to somebody who's hung up on me when I'm trying to put your order. Why? I need everywhere 15-minute hold.
You've already threatened the customer with
And he
What I
threatened
work
me,
for?
said he's gonna go get
You
his
said you don't
wife.
mind.
Because she's trying to yell at me. I said I don't argue with women, but
Yeah,
I've been my wife
anyways,
with
can you
it.
come get him because he's very rude.
Go get
Very
him.
rude.
Go
Very
get him. How long ago?
disrespectful.
Bro, I just called in and somebody hung up on me. And the second time when I called back on radio, I was on hold for 20 minutes and I said, man, I'm still on hold. Let me walk in there. I'm all over saying, why y'all playing on me, man?
I'm gonna refuse you service. So we'll wait for them to go.
That's my mom, buddy.
I wasn't trying to disrespect
I'm not trying to box nobody. I'm a boxer.
Bro, come on, bro. I got a son here, bro. Hey, stop it.
I think it goes without saying the caption is not mine. It's a bit of a interesting one to say the least. A touch racist maybe. Anyway, what an absolute cop out from this guy. It's just like, oh, the second he realizes, oh, I done something silly here, rather than addressing the problem, he's just like, no, I don't fight, I don't argue with women. My wife's over there. I don't argue with her. You know, I'll get her in here to do my fight for whatever crap he was saying. I kind of stopped paying attention when he started saying stupid like that. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, if you do something stupid in a situation where you're clearly in the wrong and your point is to do something sexist by saying, oh, I don't argue with women, it's just like, it doesn't make you out to be a high and mighty guy like you think it does. It just makes you out to be more of a dickhead than what you already were. Like, you feel like you're so self-important that you got to make your complaint first, even though there's someone clearly making an order at the register when you get there, but you're still just like, screw it, I'm gonna do it anyway. I hate you, get out of my way. I'm more important, I gotta make my complaint. In this next clip, we've got a Karen
Get back in your car.
You do not roll at me.
like Christ. Here's a fun one here. The TikToker behind this clip lives in an apartment complex and they have security cams watching their front door because they've had a few packages stolen. Anyway, with this footage that they have, they caught one of their neighbors red-handed stealing one of their packages. So here's how this goes next.
Yeah, well, your nephew clearly doesn't. Loser. Steal another package, see what happens. He won't come next time. Loser.
Just go back inside.
Loser. 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 Yeah, I bet you can. Loser. Tell him to steal another package. Tell him to see what happens. Tell him to see what happens. Clearly you don't. You ain't gonna live here much longer. You ain't gonna live here much longer, you bum.
Broken Arrow Police Department. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, so I'm Officer Vic with the Broken Arrow Police Department. The reason why I was called over here is your neighbors over here had a package taken, and somebody in a blue hoodie yesterday walked in, took their kitty. Walked over, grabbed the package, and walked right back in. So they're just wanting their package back.
I wasn't home yesterday and everybody left, so
I'm not sure. I don't know about a package being to. I've had packages brought to my house. I could pull up on my phone, but I didn't.
Well, they had video footage, and it clearly shows somebody coming out, collecting the package.
Well, I wasn't. What I'm saying is, I wasn't here. I left yesterday and went grocery shopping. Nobody lives here but me and my daughter. I do have company, but I'm not sure.
Let me just preface this with, after I spoke with the package owner, they don't want a police report, they don't want to do anything, they just want their package back.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I don't steal packages. I make money. I'm a dancer. I make money. So I could pull out a bankroll right now. Like, that's not the issue. I don't steal packages.
So is anybody here that has dreadlocks?
No.
Okay.
Nobody lives here with dreadlocks. Nobody lives here with dreads. Just me and my
Well, let me throw this at you, okay? So, if nobody else is here that could have taken the package, even though we've seen it on footage, I've seen it on footage, walk it right back in here.
Okay.
We're going to go to the front office and start the eviction process on you guys. So.
Eviction for what? I didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't even here.
Well, they're going to file a police report with me.
What I'm saying is I don't have I haven't seen a package today. Okay. There's nobody here with dreadlocks. Everybody that was here yesterday left. It's me and my daughter.
Okay, can you call somebody and say, hey?
Yeah, I can call. I can definitely do that, but you don't have to threaten me with an eviction when I've done nothing wrong. I don't have dreads.
They came straight into your apartment, so I don't know.
What is with some people's excessive need when it comes to their first form of defense against them stealing something is to say that, I don't need to steal stuff, I'm rich, I make money from dancing, I do this, I do that, this is how I get money, I can get a bank loan. It's like, why is that your first thought of defensiveness? To brag about having money. That doesn't help you in this situation, especially considering when the police officer points out to you they have footage of someone going out of your apartment, grabbing the package and going right back in your apartment. I don't think things can get much more simpler or obvious than just that information alone. I don't know what to tell you here, but if you keep you're going along this road going, I don't know, I didn't do anything, it's not my problem. And then of course the moment that the possibility of her getting evicted gets mentioned, she's now immediately being even more defensive than before. It's like, why am I going to be evicted? I didn't do anything. Just don't threaten me like that. It's just like so. Oh man, yeah, it may not have been you directly, but you probably know who did it. But considering that you probably have information on knowing what actually happened here, and now that there's a possibility you might get evicted, you probably want to figure that out ASAP, because that might become a bigger problem than what you thought it would have been in the first place. In this next clip, we had a Karen trying to call up the local Walmart to get their managers to talk to their managers. Turns out the managers are in a meeting, but she's too impatient. She can't wait like the 30 minutes to an hour to wait for the managers to be done with their meeting, so instead she keeps annoying the customer service worker.
Y'all, this lady keep calling. Customer service.
Okay, I don't know who you think you are that you think you can hang up in my face, but you're not going to do it again.
Okay.
Get me a manager on this.
Yeah, she called to talk to a manager, right? All the managers are in a meeting, so I let her know that. She said, no, you're not going to hang up on me. So I hung up the first time. Then she just called back again and said what she said. Girl, you don't have any power here. Said you're not going to hang. Bye. Here she go again. Customer service.
I will have you all fired if you don't get me a manager.
The managers are in a meeting, ma'am.
Okay, well, ma'am, you know what? I am not stupid. You have some...
Customer service.
You know what? I'm going to keep calling until you get a manager on the phone.
They're in a meeting, ma'am.
I don't care. It doesn't...
Customer service.
Ma'am, I'm going to keep calling every department until you get somebody.
You're going to keep getting me, ma'am. The managers are in a meeting right now.
Well, I am glad that you're the only one that I'm going to get, because now they'll know who's been such a...
Oh, you want a tussle?
Yes. I am going to report you. You've been rude and disrespectful.
I told you the managers are in a meeting, ma'am. I can't fill your request.
You hung up in my face. You didn't even try.
Bye.
Need to speak to a manager.
They're still in a meeting, ma'am.
Then transfer me to electronic.
Okay, 1 second.
She hung up on me 7 times. She laughed in my face, and I was so mad with her that I called her a. That's how disrespectful she was to me.
Friend, she crazy. She kept calling and harassing me over the phone. She kept calling me. So before I started recording, she called. I'm like, customer service, whatever. How can I help you? Can I speak to a manager? Oh, all the managers are in a meeting right now. Well, you need to get somebody, you ghetto girl. What? So then I started recording. I don't got that much time to explain, so if y'all want a story time, comment down below. So after the ghetto girl, it hit me. You're done. You're done. I woke up, put lashes on, walked out the house just to get here and see that my lash was lifted and I didn't have no glue. So I was already irritated that I had to take them off, so I had time. I can't make this up, y'all. I told y'all, they crazy.
Ain't gonna lie, I'd totally do the same thing. It's just way too funny. It's just like, you told them the first time that, hey, the manager's in a meeting, you're gonna have to wait, there's nothing I can do about it. And if they keep insisting on they need help from a manager, it's just like, at that point, they're a lost cause. What's the point caring when they clearly don't give an absolute huck about anyone else's time? They just want to get served for some dumb, stupid reason. It's probably nonsense. They probably just want to talk to a manager just because. But I don't know, it's just one of those stupid things. I'd do the same thing, ain't gonna lie. In this clip here, we've got a guy who is attempting to get a thing called as a pup cup from McDonald's, and I don't know one way or another how he even got here in the first place. It seemed like he was offering to pay for it, but they refused to make it for him. So escalations continue because, you know, he refuses to move on. They want him gone, and eventually the police are called. Here's the clips.
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, please.
I'm doing a video.
I'm gonna need you to leave, sir.
Why was the reasoning why you won't give me a pup cup?
We're not allowed to do pup cups.
Yes, you are. I come here 2-3 times a week, every week, and get a pup cup. Every time I come here.
We're not supposed to do pup cups. If they're doing it, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Do you not understand? It's just a little cup of whipped cream.
Sir, I need you to leave, please.
Why won't you give me a pup cup?
Because we do not do pup cups at this establishment.
Bullshit. Came here yesterday and got a pup cup.
Somebody hand me the phone, please. Call the police.
She's calling the police because I want a pup cup? Let's see what the police have to say because a person wants a pup cup? Seriously, you're calling the police because someone wants a pup cup. That's absolutely absurd. It's absolutely ridiculous. Cassopolis, Michigan. No, that's absolutely ridiculous. All you have to do is put some goddamn whipped cream in a cup, and so that my dog can have a pup cup. And I was paying for it. I asked to pay for it. You McDonald's people need to start. Like, come on now. It's a freaking pup cup. Arrogant McDonald's manager right there. Right there. Cassopolis, Michigan. I'm going to corporate with this. McDonald's doesn't support dogs, but you want me to round up to support the freaking kids every time I come here? It's a little bit of whipped cream in a cup, and I'm paying for it. It's a pup cup. Quit being so stubborn. Just give me a freaking pup cup. This could all be averted with a little bit of whipped cream in a cup for my dog. This is why America's going to people like you. We don't do pup cups. I came here 2-3 times a week and get a pup cup. Tell me I can't get a pup cup. Wait till you lose your job when I send this to corporate. I'm waiting till the police get here. Not much, man. It really didn't need to escalate like this, but I'm only recording for my safety and because of what they're doing. But I come here 2-3 times a week, almost every day. And I just asked, I was like, hey, I bring my dog because she gets excited every time I come to McDonald's because I get her a little pup cup. I literally asked if I can...
Let me just talk to him for a second.
I literally just came up to the window. I was like, hey, can I pay for a pup cup, just a little cup of whipped cream? And she's like, no, we don't do that. I'm like, what are you talking about? I came here yesterday and got a pup cup. I'm like, what's the big deal? It's just a little whipped cream and a little cup.
And she's sitting there making a big deal saying, we don't do pub cups, you need to leave. I want you to leave. I'm like, hold on, I'm gonna pull up my phone. I'm like, you guys are really refusing to give me a pub cup for 35 cents that, you know, it shouldn't be asking. And she's like, I'm calling the cops if you don't leave. I said, go ahead and call the cops because I want to document this because they're calling the cops on a customer, a paying customer that comes here regularly.
We're just out here to keep the peace.
That's what I want.
Said you were screaming at him and yelling at him and videotaping and...
I wasn't screaming or yelling. Arrogant McDonald's manager right there. Just give me a freaking pup cup. This is why America's going to people like you. I'm gonna send the video to corporate.
Is he good with you? He's good with me. Okay, man, you're banned. Find another place.
That's cool.
I don't know if
I won't come back here.
I appreciate that because I understand your part, but I don't want to see you being the aggressor and coming back.
Absolutely.
All right, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. Fist bump. All right.
Fist bump works.
Man, genuinely speaking, I get it. If you got this item previously on multiple other occasions, then I get it. But at the same time, it's one of those things, they're not giving it to you now. The manager said no. I don't get why you don't just move on with your day. I don't see why it's worth the effort to waste your time and energy to continue to argue about a cup of whipped cream. If you're that desperate to get a cup of whipped cream for your dog, just go to your local supermarket and get a can of that stuff. It's like $4 or $5 maybe. Like, yeah, it's not from Macca's, it's not the 35 cents, it's not as easy, but at the end of the day, if you really want it, you may as well save yourself the time and effort of dealing with whatever this mess was. It's just like, I don't get why I don't get why the manager was so upset about this, and I also don't get why you were so pushy about it to the point where you started going off with the manager for not doing it's just a question of why. It's just why. It's just like, at some point you've just got to learn to just choose not to escalate a problem that is ultimately very silly and not really something worth your time and effort, like this one here. But clearly that's not the case for you. Here we've got a Karen's neighbor who decides to take it upon herself to go knock on someone else's window while they're in their car and just annoy them for some bizarre reason, and instead of taking that, this guy gives her a whole mouthful of everything.
Excuse me?
What do you think you're doing?
Why are you knocking on my window?
I don't knock on your window.
Why are you here next to my car right now?
I didn't knock on your window because you just slammed the door. I've been hearing everything.
I can do what I want in my apartment. You don't.
Can't eavesdrop and listen on me.
I don't care what you're doing, and no one eavesdrops on you. You're nobody to me, sweetheart. You're no one to me.
All right.
You're no concern to me. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you do. What I want you to do is leave me the f alone. Because if you don't, me and you are going to have a big problem. Okay?
I have one with you.
And you're going to have a bigger one. You're going to have a bigger one. So what I need you to do is get the fuck out of my face. Get away from my property, which is this vehicle here that I pay for.
I'm over here.
Step the f back. Get the f away from me. Go wipe them ugly raccoon eyes out of your face because they're disgusting.
But
just like your face. Your face is disgusting. Okay? You're disgusting. Your mouth is disgusting. Your racism is disgusting. Okay? I hear everything you say about black people. I hear everything you say about Mexicans. I hear everything you say about gays. I hear everything you say. You're disgusting. You understand me? Disgusting piece of ugly, disgusting, evil, gross. That's what the fuck you are. You understand what I'm saying to you? Does it make sense? Is it clicking? You're gross. Okay? And if you're fucking gross. And I'm gonna tell you one more time, gross. If you approach me again, disgusting, we're gonna have a problem. Bye. Bye. Bye.
I'm just like laughing on the inside with that one. Just like, you build them up to knock them down. You say no one cares about them. And then a few moments later, after you're like, screw it, I'm just gonna go full ham. You know what? I have been listening to you. I've heard all your nonsense, all the you say about all these other people in the world, and you just go on an absolute onslaught to this woman. Like, geez, man, you're just going all in. It's like you've seen red. You're going in for the kill.
I think she's already dead, man. You don't need to keep going. Oh, that was actually pretty funny. Also, is it just me or does she really look like a Karen? Just her looks.
We've got a Lyft driver who's doing a pickup, and they picked up the person who's paid for multiple seats for her baby, and then also puts paper towels in the passenger seat. Apparently, the Lyft driver wasn't having any of it, so attempts to kick them out in general.
You're canceling my ride because I put paper towels on your front seat. Yeah. You're going to drop me and my babies off in the cold because I put paper towels on the front seat? I paid for these seats. When I ordered the Lyft, I paid for 4 seats. It's paper towels. What is wrong with you? You're talking about you're not a delivery? You're my ride. I paid for this.
Be careful. Slowly, okay?
Don't tell me be careful. You're talking about you're going to cancel my ride and kick me and my child out of the car because I put paper towels on your front seat? I paid for you to pick me up and come here and bring me back to my house.
Anyway, I will help you.
You're not helping me do anything. I paid for this. You're ridiculous. I paid for this. Nothing because of the baby. I paid for 4 seats. You can't tell me what I can and can't put on them seats. It's paper towels. I don't care. I paid for the seats. What are you talking about? About you're not a delivery driver. What are you talking about, bro? Are you sick in your head?
Look, I'm not going to pretend to know policies and anything to do with Lyft. I don't even know if it's something that exists in Australia. Probably does, considering all the other ones do, but I've never used it, so I would be completely unfamiliar with it. But I've used Uber a few times, especially when traveling from houses to airports for travel with suitcases and all of that. And I just sit here querying the question here. Okay, where are you picking them up from? Are you picking them up from the shops? What else? Shops to their house? What else do you expect them to have? No shopping? If you don't like the paper towels being in your front passenger seat, then why not have it be put into the boot? I don't get what the problem is here, genuinely. Like, I could understand if it was something like extraordinarily dangerous, but I'm just sitting here a bit perplexed on this one. And it seems to have a bit of a mixed reaction where it was originally posted on TikTok. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. With this one here, we seem to have an interesting predicament here. Basically, there's a person hanging out at this hotel that's been there for way over a month now, is being effectively an overall nuisance to everyone else in the hotel. This person goes to complain to someone at the reception desk, and the reaction is intriguing.
Corporate knows that that is your answer, that the smoking and that is all acceptable, and that is the downfall of living in a hotel for a month and a half. That's what you stand by. Okay, this is perfect. Oh, you're so very welcome. What is your name?
Wendy Worrell, Worrell.
Okay, and you are okay. You're telling me that is the downfall of living in a hotel.
Whatever you say, ma'am. You have
an
a
extended
wonderful
stay.
Day.
That is the downfall.
This is not extended stay.
Or whatever the hell it is.
Okay.
Okay? It's the same thing.
So thank you. And if you're not happy, you're always welcome to leave and go to another hotel.
Okay. All right. This is perfect. And what else? I love your customer service. What else?
Isn't it great?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It's wonderful. Thank you.
I know it's wonderful.
I do genuinely wonder why this is the choice reaction here, because isn't like the point, isn't like one of the things at hotels you kind of need to have some orderly conduct and not be a continuous annoyance to other people who are also in the hotel? Or is this a simple case where no one else has actually complained so far because no one else either wants to complain at fear these people might do something, or care enough to actually make a complaint because they're not there long enough to need to make said complaint? I don't know. This is an intriguing one. I mean, to me, it's as simple as that, okay, this person is been there for a month and is being a continuous nuisance to customers who are also here at the hotel. I wonder how long that's been going on for. Has other people had to deal with this and they've just chosen not to complain? Is there something more I need to look into? Instead of just saying, if you don't like it, just go to a different hotel. Really that simple, you know? Here we have an old lady who gets herself into a bit of an accident and seems to be a bit off the nut case here, you know? So let's just see this interesting interaction, right?
Damaged.
My car is damaged.
Where?
Right here. If you want to see, you can come over.
Shit.
Why are you hitting my car, lady?
Because it's not damaged. You bitch. Would you tell her to get away from me? She's crazy.
Just talk with her, And
it's not damaged.
I mean, usually what you're supposed to do in an accident is we exchange information.
Bitch. crazy bitch.
Is she driving away?
Have her license plate?
Yeah.
Huh?
I got it now. She just drove away.
I know there wasn't any visible damage, but isn't that just a hit and run right there? They just left a scene of an accident without providing any information of anything whatsoever. And also, is it just me or did she almost hit that Mitsubishi up there? Like, she was going to be driving head on into it until last moment, slightly swerves into her side of the lane because, you know, she was driving down the middle of the car park lot. You know, these are people's lanes, buddy. You gotta go into your lane. It's not just your road. What a nutcase. This entire situation was probably by far the pettiest thing I've ever seen on this channel. Like, out of all the clips I've watched, this entire thing, how it started, just feels to be the most pettiest thing I've ever seen. So, let me fill you in. So, this family, this mother and her daughter have gone to watch a movie at the cinema. And apparently, she's decided to say that her daughter is 15 years old. Apparently, so they can get 2 adult tickets. Apparently, from what I can get with the story, is that the adult tickets might have been cheaper than the children tickets, which sounds a little bit weird to me in the first place. Usually, it's the children tickets that are cheaper than the adult chickens, but I digress on that one. Apparently, that's a thing here. Anyhow, they did not ask for ID initially when it comes to getting these tickets. Anyway, a little while later, it comes to occurrence of another staff, potentially a manager, that this daughter may have been younger than 15, may have been 14. So, takes it upon himself to go into the cinema where they're currently watching a movie, not only pause the movie, but then cause this huge ruckus that lasts quite a bit inside of the cinema.
I don't know.
He didn't say nothing to me about bringing
paid
ID.
for an adult price?
Yeah, I paid for 2 adults.
Unless your daughter is 15 and can prove
She
that.
is 15. It didn't say nothing about me proving it. They've what?
There is a pop-up that comes up that says you
I didn't
will
see
be
that.
asked for ID.
I wasn't challenged once, except for the stupid woman at the desk.
Yes, that's what
There was 4 other people. No one ain't challenged me. So how come she's challenging me? It's seeming like a race issue now. It's seeming a bit like a race issue now.
How is it a race issue?
Because she's the only one. No one else said nothing of other colour. No one said nothing, but she's got something to say now. Yeah, it's definitely got to do with it. She's picking on me, clearly.
When you're buying the ticket on the line, it's very hard.
Uncle, your security, yeah? Let me deal with the manager. I don't want to disrespect you, alright? Thank you. You've come to tell me my child's not 15. You don't have no right to come and tell me my child's not 15.
My colleague
No, because I've never had to bring... excuse me. I don't care what your stupid colleague said, yeah? Because she's been rude from the get-go. She don't need to speak.
You're being rude now.
She asked for you to come. You're not trying to be polite. Because you've come to turn on light. You've come to embarrass me. No.
I'm not trying to embarrass you.
You've come to embarrass me and the people themselves. Not good management. You've done a terrible job. You've come and put lights on. It causes problems going forward. It's embarrassing. That's what you've come to do. You've come to embarrass people in your cinema. You hardly got people here as it is. You come to embarrass yourself. Why? What illegal? What illegal? Which one have you asked in here for ID except for me, the black one? Which one have you asked in here for ID? Come tell me. Excuse me, has anyone been asked for ID in here? Anyone been asked for ID? No, no one's been asked for ID. But you come to ask this one for ID. What kind of shit is that? If you're gonna do one rule, you have to do one rule for all. What is that? What are you showing? What kind of management are you showing? You didn't ask me for ID. You didn't ask me for ID. How old do you think I am? I might be 15. I might be 14 to be fair. You didn't see how I arrived. You didn't ask me shit. You didn't ask me, who's this one now? You didn't ask me shit. But you're telling me this one don't look 15. So we must look old to be in the film now.
Okay, well, I'm
But what now?
So we can.
You want to pause the people them film?
Yeah.
Run me back all the money I paid times 2.
If you want to come with
No, you come to me with your stupid card machine and run me back my money times 2. Run me back my money times 2. Embarrassing up yourself and the people in them cinema. Let me eat my chicken, yeah? No local authority means shit.
Time to go.
No, I don't want your stupid... Listen. No one wants that. Listen, let me tell you something. Don't come in back yourself up in your cinema because you pay local landlord charge. Yeah? Body. Puts another hand near my child. It's me and you today. I promise you on everything. Yeah? Don't come near the child. If you want to talk to someone, talk to me. Don't come near her. Don't point at her. Don't do nothing.
No.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So don't act stupid. You was here. He stepped in front of you because you didn't mean shit. He stepped in front of you like he was security now. I felt that was going to intimidate me. Me? You gone mad. You gone mad. Sorry.
But do you accept the fact that there's age requirement here?
Uncle, please stop. Yeah? So, Uncle, stop. Yeah? Because I have not been rude to you and I don't want you to get involved. That's fine. I said, run me my money back and then we'll be fine. But Mr. Superman wants to walk in, head of everything clearly, acting like he's running things over here. But he don't run me, unfortunately, because I don't work for him. That's why I said that. So it looks like you got me running everyone back there pretty soon. It's cool.
If you'd like to come with us, we can.
Listen, I'm not being arrested, you know. Would you like to come with us? What kind of thing is this?
Just so we can sort out.
Listen, when he's got manners, then I'll move. But because you came with him now, I'm even more pissed off. Because I was fine with my refund. But this one, he's got some problems. And that's the one I got problems with now.
Madam, you want that to settle?
Uncle, I spoke to you already. I do not want to argue with you. Yeah? I do not want to argue with you. If you came correct, I would have spoke to you the same way. But you didn't. You started off wrong.
I've been polite.
No, that's not how you managed. You didn't do that. You've calmed down now. You've calmed down now because you see camera, but you wasn't like this at the beginning. Uncle was not rude from the beginning. You was rude and now you've calmed down. This tone is fine to talk to me with. That's absolutely fine. As I said, the refund I would have been fine with. You came like Superman. From where? For what?
From the office.
For what? For what though?
Because you're abusing
Did
my
I
staff.
touch him?
Abuse
Did I touch him?
You don't have to abuse someone.
Did I touch him?
You're insulting my staff.
What did I say?
It's time to leave the building.
But what did I say to him?
Doesn't matter what you said.
It does matter because you said I insulted him. So what did I say?
No, you've been abusing
What did I say?
Doesn't matter what you said.
What did I say
I'm
to him?
asking you to leave.
What did I say to him?
Doesn't matter what you said.
Well, it does
You've
because
been
you
asked
said
to
I
leave
insulted him. What
by
did I say
several
to him?
people. You're stopping
What did I
watching
say?
their film. Fine, you leave the room.
Stop telling me to leave. Stop telling me to leave.
That's what you're being asked to do.
That's his job. That's
No,
not
it's
even your job.
It's not.
What's your job?
Like this. Get out the building.
Who are you talking to?
This is the opportunity to move now and let everyone get on with their
I do not work for you.
Doesn't matter.
What do you mean opportunity? I do
We
work.
have the right
I don't
to
work
reject anyone.
Okay, reject. What you got to say now?
Personally, I would have not seen any form of effort being worth it here from the worker's point of view. Oh, the kid might have been 14 and they paid for an adult ticket because she claimed they were 15 and no one decided to do an ID check. I mean, that just becomes one of those things where someone stuffed up elsewhere. It just becomes one of those things. She's already bought the ticket. She's already pretty much in the cinema. What's the point of taking this any further? It just seems outlandishly stupid and very, very flipping petty. Like, there's either some form of potentially racist intent or just the retail worker here has had a bad day and decides to take it out on some random individual who just so happened to have done something slightly wrong, which, just thinking about that, is just insane. Like, the levels of petty that is in the first place, it's just stupid. Like, what's the point of this? You've literally, all you've done is probably guaranteed that if there's another cinema somewhat nearby, most of these people would probably never come here again because of this ginormous argument that you caused in the middle of the cinema. Which I think, to me, this entire reason to cause the argument sounds ridiculously stupid and so unnecessary. If it was really a problem, you could just ask them at the end of the movie. Oh no. Like, genuinely speaking, how much more expensive would a child ticket cost versus an adult ticket? Maybe this is a film that is MA15 plus, where you have to be 15 years or older to watch it, but at the same time, if no one's done the proper ID check and the parents fine for the kid to watch it in the first place, at that point you're doing too little too late. It's ridiculously stupid to do anything along these lines after the fact.
Here we have an unhappy neighbor complaining about property lines again and has gotten some police involved who also seem to be a bit of a weird one in this situation.
So keep on talking. You have no business here. Am I breaking any laws? That's right. Now I'm going to keep on. Your property line is over there.
No, it is not.
I can show it to you again. Come here.
I have 2 feet on this side of this.
No, you don't.
That it belongs to me.
Legally, I couldn't put this on the property line.
I think you probably did it illegally anyway.
Why would I do stuff illegal?
Because
Are you committed me a crime? No, seriously.
I'm not gonna.
I'm an idiot.
You're an idiot.
I'm not gonna get in there with you, Scott. You're making a spectacle out of yourself.
You're the one who like call the cops, and you're here. You're calling me an idiot,
No, I'm calling you an idiot.
and you're saying I do illegal. I'm an idiot because I'm doing stuff on my property.
How much have you? What have you been doing lately?
Working, making money,
Let me see your
making
eyes. Let me
millions.
see your eyes.
You expect me
Let
to
me see your
crime?
eyes. Let me see your eyes. Take your sunglasses off. Let me see your eyes.
What are you expecting me of?
Let me see your eyes.
Let me see your eyes. Are they dilated?
Mine are good to go.
Good to go? I don't know. You've done more drugs in your life than I have. You don't remember. I do know you as a kid, right?
All right, Scott. If that's what you
Some people
want to
grow
deal
out
with,
of it, and then some people never grow out of anything.
Oh, anything. That's why you
Except
came
for
to...
stupidity.
Oh, stupidity. That's why you're here this, and I'm just here living my life.
You haven't been living your life here, dude. You've been living your life in West Point.
Really? Because I don't even live in West Point.
Well, where?
How do you... Why do you think you know me?
I know it's not here.
But who owns this place? Who owns this place?
You can't tell who owns it because look at it. Yes.
No different than your place. I mean, we could look. I mean, it's no different than the place right there where you live. I mean, you even got a car illegally parked. You got that car illegally parked. You think being a law officer, you wouldn't have a car legally parked on your property. Want to keep on going?
No, you've said it.
Then you guys have a great day.
Okay.
You're dismissed.
But who's walking away?
I'm digging up my stuff. Walking away. Come on now. You know me better than that.
We must be in that neighborhood where everybody knows everybody. It's just gonna be a funny conversation between like, oh, I know you do this, and this. It's like, oh, I thought you lived over there. It's like, no, I never lived over there. It's what an interesting conversation just to have here. And that police officer seems to be a little bit out of their mind on accusing various different things. And like, I don't know. Bit of a weird one. Like, I'm surprised that police officers acting the way that they're acting, just like immediately believing the guy behind the camera is immediately in the wrong. And when he goes to take the effort to actually show them that, nope, this is where the property line is. I can't put the fence here. I wouldn't be able to put the fence here legally if it was on top of the property line. It's like, oh, I don't know. That doesn't matter. You do things legally anyway. Just for some weird thrown out thing from the officer. It's just a very weird conversation, to say the least. Prior to the argument we see in this recording, this mother had let her child try on some pants over the top of their leggings that they're wearing. The staff member caught them doing this and assumed the kid was getting changed in the middle of the actual store itself instead of using the changing rooms. And this is how we got to this argument here.
She did not change her clothes.
She was horrified. The look on her face when she looked at me eye to eye was
Don't tell me how my daughter
horrified.
was. My daughter was completely fine. She said, "Can I just change right
You
here?"
think that
I said,
having
"Yes,
your child
you can."
get down to changing clothes in public is okay for your child? I happen to
She
think
was
it is
in
horrible.
leggings. Do you know
It
what
is
leggings
complete-
are? Do you know what leggings are? All right, ma'am. You work
Are you
here. Do you know what
stupid?
leggings are?
Are you stupid? Why do you act stupid?
Act stupid.
You are acting
You're
stupid.
talking to your employees like my daughter was back there
She was.
naked.
She
No,
wasn't
she was
naked,
not.
but she
She
did
was
get
in
down
leggings
to changing clothes.
She was in leggings
Not
and
appropriate.
a sweater.
Not appropriate.
She tried on a pair of
Not
pants
appropriate.
over her pants.
Not appropriate.
That is appropriate.
Not appropriate.
How is that not appropriate?
Have you seen the people that shop in this store, the skeezy men that shop in
I
this
don't
store,
care.
the skeezy women?
She was in
You
leggings
don't care
and a sweater.
that you're exposing
leggings
your
and-
child
I wasn't
to
exposing my child to anything.
people? Yeah.
Don't talk to me about my parenting. I was not exposing my.
That was
It
not a good call.
absolutely is not.
Not
I
a
am an
good
incredible
call.
parent. I don't even
Not a
care.
good call.
Your opinion means nothing.
Not a good
I'm
call.
just telling you.
If my
she was
opinion
not
means
back
nothing,
there
then why are you
because
standing
you're
in front of me
talking to
yelling
all
at
your
me?
employees about it.
I
I
do.
watched you.
I do teach
so,
them how to handle
she was not naked.
situations.
She was in
Ma'am,
leggings. That
shut
you
the
stuff
fuck
out
up.
here.
I don't need you yelling.
I will be calling corporate.
I don't need you yelling.
I will be calling corporate.
And I will let them know that you had your daughter changing her clothes on the floor.
This clip is a lot to unpack, and I think there's just two things I want to make clear before we unpack it all. A, the way the staff members have handled the situation, seemingly considering the fact that divulged into this argument in the first place, is terrible. And two, if you're trying on any form of pants, even if you're doing it over the top of leggings, you're just better off going to a fitting room, because when you're pulling these pants back off, you may accidentally pull your pants with you. It happens to the best of us. Like, sometimes it just happens that way, and considering that this is a kid, it is far more likely for these type of mistakes to happen, so you're just better off going to a changing room if you want to try any form of pants, trousers of the sorts, because that's just the wiser move here. Clearly though, the staff members did not appropriately handle this situation because it's turned into this argument in the first place. Like, considering that the staff members like, oh, she looks so shocked, so horrified by this, by me seeing her this, blah 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 blah. Like, that's just silly. Going on about that is just so dumb. Going on how that you're a bad mother because it's giving her trauma is just not the way to handle this. The way to handle this is to like, hey, I understand your kid's wearing leggings, but it's probably wiser to go to a fitting room because she might accidentally pull her leggings off with the pants she's trying on. It's just smarter. And that's it. It's all you need to do. You don't need to go on about how they're a bad parent or how they shouldn't be doing this. It's just like, you explain the way why this is probably not the greatest idea, and say like, hey, I get it, but it's not the brightest move. Just terribly handled by the staff members here. Now in this next clip, we've got a pretty irate customer over a simple drink who's absolutely losing his marbles over the fact that this drink was made by someone. I'm assuming it's not tasting exactly how he wanted it, or it wasn't made precisely to his specifications, but he kind of loses it a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't videotape me.
You have no room to yell at us.
I want to speak to the fucking person who made this drink. Is that you?
No,
we don't know who made it,
You
so.
don't know who made it?
There's 4 of us here, so we obviously don't know.
Fucking stupid, fucking ignorant high school kids.
Okay, bye.
I want to speak to the fucking
Bye.
manager.
Okay, you can call corporate whenever you want. Goodbye.
Gianna, stop. You're on camera.
Fuck
You're on
outta
camera.
here,
You're on camera.
fucking bitch.
No, I don't care.
Give it to me right now.
What?
I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police.
Fuck you. I want the fucking telephone number right now.
Gianna,
The Kevin was later arrested.
There's a very interesting story when it comes to this clip overall. If we, going through what actually happened here. So apparently, going into it, this guy ordered a peanut flavored drink for his child, but made it clear they didn't want actual peanuts to be in the drink itself. Now, we now know that it's because his kid's allergic to peanuts, but that's one thing he never made clear to the workers. Whilst I would address a tiny smidgen of a fault to the employers to not potentially think about that being a possible reason why they don't want peanuts in there, I ultimately give the onus onto the father themselves. He should have made it clear is that the teenager that had the drink thrown at her sued the guy. She managed to win, I think it was like $20,000 or something not massively major, as well as this guy did end up losing his job as well because of this, which ultimately deserved. I get it, your child's having a massive allergic reaction, but ultimately the reason why that happened is mostly on you because you never made it clear that your child has this form of allergies, so the employees couldn't do what they need to do to make sure that there was no way cross-contamination could occur to lead to your kid having said allergic reaction. In this next clip, we got a Karen who is just being an arsehole to an assumed homeless person.
I got mental shit too. Fuck off! Oh, you f off, you hooker. You're gonna waste a piece of shit. Get a job. Get a job. Get a job.
Get the away from me.
Fucking job. You know what? You need to go up to the club.
Away from me.
You know what? You need to get the away from me. Get the away from me. I'm a crazy ass white and I'm loaded. I got so many people that will just put a fucking cap in your like there's no tomorrow, right? Wait, you're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're taking money from these good people. You're disabled. What's disabled about you?
I'm a head horn.
We're all disabled. We're all disabled in our head. You don't think we're all nuts? We're all insane. Oh yeah, go to your happy place. Keep taking money from these honest, hard-working people. Good. Do it. Good. She's recording. Fucking do it.
Get away from me.
No. You get the out of here.
Get on fucking place. From me.
Get out of here.
Get away from me. Get the from me.
Well, there's an issue because he is like taking money. He is stealing money from honest, good, hardworking people. Well, my choice is to like not get.
I got many questions. First off, did she just threaten to get someone with guns or for her to shoot this guy, potentially killing him? What the actual fuck? Secondly, has she not encountered someone who's got an actual mental disability before? You know, there's like many different things here that can cause someone to be mentally disabled for various different reasons. And there's also various different severities of it. And some of these can actually cause someone to have a lacked ability to be able to get a job because they lack proper cognitive functions. I don't know about you, but like, what the fuck? I'm pretty sure that can still be counted as someone who's disabled, you fucking idiot. And then, of course, when she sees the other person's recording, she doesn't assume that the person's recording because you're just being an absolute asshole to some guy who's sitting there on homeless, effectively. No, she's assuming that the person's recording to record the homeless person. Yeah, that's totally what's going on, you fucking dumb fuck. And this we watch is, for one reason or another, this person is extremely unhappy with their experience at Walmart, so they decide to start yelling at the staff members, thinking that the louder they yell, the more successful their whatever they're doing is going to be.
Let me. Okay.
Yes, this shit is like harassment. All we know is I'm still on ocean. I'm paying for these motherfuckers. I'm paying for these dogs. He just checked. This and then you separating all my shit already paid for. But I'll see you in my life bitch back. Look, and this is straight discrimination. I'm like, what I can take. But I'm God. So I'm gonna be there. It's discrimination. Now don't do the white people bad. Don't do any other race bad. You show ass good players.
Scream and shout and let it all out, but can you shut the fuck up when it's over? When it's all said and done, maybe learn to just get a zip, stitch it to your lips, and then close it. You might find that you have a much more enjoyable life when you aren't screaming at every other person who does something. Like, what in the world even happened here to cause you to be this loud over something? Like, is it just you being like, oh, yep, if I'm loud enough, they'll listen to me, right? Or is this you genuine? The story behind this one here is we're just going to take an assumption that this clip is the ultimate example of why you should never go to a sketchy used car lot.
I'm being, no, you can't earn it for half this money, bro. What is that? That's not even enough to buy another car. And that's not my problem, man. That's not my problem. I have to keep what I paid for. I have to keep what I paid for. You press on the gas, the throttle goes out. The whole car goes dead. The car has warranty. The car has warranty. The car's it's a 13-year-old car. The warranty is not gonna. The warranty cover it. The warranty will not cover it. Who told you that? If he calls the warranty right now, they're gonna say, "Oh, we don't cover that." Something. Who told you that? All the warranties do that. What warranty? How much money is that? 15. What's he gonna do at $1,500? So what? You want me to pay from my own pocket? He only had the car for 2 days. But what? I paid for it. I paid the registration. I paid the lender fees. That's good. I returned it. That's good that I returned it. you're still gonna make money off it, bro. I'm not gonna. Whether you give him all his money back or I have to hold the car for 21 days. You know that?
You said you had another buyer.
I have another buyer, but I can't sell it right now. I have to hold the car for 21 days. Bro, you gotta give him at least 2K, bro, so you can buy this other car, bro. How's he gonna do anything with it? Look, I can't do better than this. I can't. You have to, bro. You have to help him. I'm helping. You have to, bro. I'm helping you. You're taking half his money for 2 days? Yeah. You don't. How do you have to pay $1,700 to approve a loan? That don't even make sense.
I would hope that most people already understood that there's always a lot of sketchy things going on with some used car lots, and you should probably look further into it and see any history that they potentially may or may not have as a car, like when this type of thing, if anyone's had issues with them in the past or something along those lines. This clip's a very intriguing one. So this lady here gets fired by the end of this clip for laughing in someone else's face. And now this seems to be a bit of a context matters type thing. So according to what the manager's been told in the situation, this other person said, "Oh, so you don't want to work? Also, it's like so you want to do this and help us do work?" And apparently, according to that guy, this worker here behind the camera laughed at him for that one. According to the worker here, she states that it's like, "Oh, so you don't want to do work," and she laughed at him for that, and that's why she's getting fired from this job. Let's just let the clip go, and I'll get back to you.
You guys need me to do, I'm willing to help. That's
Most
what
definitely.
you said.
Most definitely.
So I said, great, I'm gonna hire you as a food service worker.
Mhm.
There may be time to time where you help out in Starbucks, but your primary role is gonna be food service worker. So maybe there's a miscommunication between you and I, which is fine. So if you don't want to do the job,
I'm gonna let you finish talking. I ain't trying to interrupt you.
you just did interrupt me though.
Yeah, but I just want to let you know I do want to say something afterwards. I apologize for interrupting.
Okay, what would you like to say?
No, I'm gonna let you finish.
No, I'm done. I don't
Okay.
really have anything else to say.
Like you said, we did have some miscommunication, which I was telling them. I said, okay, that's a conversation for me and Justin to have as far as getting together and me and him talking about my position, because I was under the impression of one thing and you told them another. So that's why I told them I'm gonna have a conversation with Justin about it, and me and him will get that straight. I just need to know what y'all need done, what needs to be done. And Marco was continuing about he was saying that, oh, you act like you don't want to work, da 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 da. And
Okay, so let me just say one thing.
Okay.
We're here to open this account. It's a Saturday. I don't want to be here on a Saturday. And I don't have time for this type of interaction, like having this conversation.
Exactly.
So either you're going to work and you're going to stop with the drama.
I'm not causing any drama. That's the
You've
thing.
been sitting in this conference room wasting time for what, an hour and a half
He
now?
told me to go sit down, sir. I kept asking him what needs to be done. I told him I didn't want to go sit down.
So do you want to work here or not?
Yes, that's why I'm still here. If I didn't, I would have already left.
Okay. So if that's the case, I don't want any more drama, which I feel like is not going to happen. I don't think this is going to work out, Phoenix. I'm sorry.
I'm not causing any drama. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I kept asking him, even after the whole conversation, I was over it. Like, I'm like, okay, I understand that he told you one thing, I was told another. I'll talk to Justin. What needs to be done? Because, like I told you, I had a funeral to go to. If I didn't want to be here, if I didn't want to come work, I would have let.
Okay,
no,
that's
hold on.
not the story he told me.
That's what I'm saying, and that's the thing. If it's miscommunication,
I was told you laughed in his face when he asked you to help out in the kitchen.
No, that's what I'm trying to get to the conversation. That's what I'm letting you know. It didn't happen that way. It wasn't because I told him that I didn't want to do a certain thing and I laughed at him because of that. I laughed because he was saying that I didn't want to work. And I laughed because I'm like, okay, if I didn't want to work, I wouldn't have came here today. That's why I laughed, but I felt disrespected.
Okay,
but
Phoenix, I don't want to waste any more time. Can I please just have your badge? This isn't going to work out. I'm sorry.
I didn't even. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm a stickler for accepting that usually when there's two sides of a story, the reality of the story tends to be in the middle. Tends to be. Sometimes someone's just straight up lying because they don't want to look bad. And if that's the case, well, that kind of sucks, and that's very unfortunate. But I'd say it's probably somewhere in the middle here. And I'm going to be honest here. I feel like firing a person because they had a little giggle at something along these lines is a bit stupid, if I'm completely honest. Purely because for me, when I'm a little nervous, and I do a bit of nervous laughing, I laugh at things a lot because over the years I've grown less to be more, and I've decided to stop being annoyed or angry at situations and more just laugh at it now. which does lead to things like this, where you laugh at something completely ridiculous and it gets you in a bit of trouble because you probably should not have laughed at that. But ultimately, it's just your way of handling things to make your life easier. It seems like this manager just realized that, there's going to be some issues here and I'm not going to be bothered to actually work these kinks out. I don't want to figure out what this other guy's been doing. I just want to keep with the status quo because it's easier for me. So, bye-bye. I don't want you in the job anymore. But I will ask, what do you guys thought on this one? What's your thoughts about this one in the comments below? This pair here go through the self-serve checkout. They do end up printing a receipt, but anyway, as they're leaving, they don't bother to show the receipt to the Walmart person at the door. He's not happy with that. Ultimately, police are called, and then this thing in this section ensues.
Yes, you are. You sure the are. You're not detaining me, touch my Get out of my way. I'm not getting out of your way. Yes, you are. Really, get out of my way.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch my
This
girl,
merchandise,
bro.
I don't know if it's paid for. I paid for it.
Call 911. I don't give a He's a police officer off duty.
So you interfering with my investigation right now?
Man, I know
Nobody's
the federal laws, buddy. Don't touch me. All right. Don't touch me, bro. All
right. I'm recording all, baby. Don't worry. I'm recording all.
You don't get lost here, buddy, because I pay for all my It's right here.
It's on the counters that we check receipts.
It doesn't matter. This isn't saying.
Then why do you have the option? Why the f do you have the option on your self-checkout to get an email or print the receipt? Why do you have that option? Why do you have that option? I'm the motherfucking manager. Why do you have the option?
Accusing me of stealing this. Yes, you are.
Why do you have the option on self-checkout?
Right here. I paid for my items. I paid for my items. I paid for my items. You see what they're doing here? I paid for it. This isn't Sam's Club. I'm a member of Sam's Club. It's right here in my hand.
So how do you want to handle this?
Take the receipt.
So show me the receipt. How about
It's
that?
in my motherfucking hand.
Like a man.
He is your. Who the are you talking to like that?
No, I'm not.
Just because.
How do you want to handle this?
Who the do you think you're talking to?
What's your name and rank?
Who do you think you're calling a man?
Officer Norrington, I'm letting you see it.
Believe me, I'm seeing it.
Look at the receipt in my hand.
It's going to be on Facebook, everywhere on Facebook.
It's on the cash register that we check receipts.
Okay, then why on your self-checkout do you give me the option to print my receipt or email it? Why is that an option?
Show me your receipt like a man. Do you not see the coffee cup that's in the same hand as the damn receipt? Mate, are you blind, stupid, or dumb? No. Actually, no. What was actually happening here is this police officer was baiting him into doing something that he can actually charge him for. Because he knew that he can't show him the receipt because right now the officer's holding down one of his two hands and he's got the coffee and a receipt in the other hand. There's really only one solution to this problem. Drop the cup and hope you don't lose the receipt as well, or throw the cup at the police officer because he's being a complete and utter asshat. That's probably what he's thinking. He doesn't want to do it the reasonable way, even though the guy's showing the receipt in his hand. He's just holding a coffee cup as well, and the police officer just can't be stuffed grabbing the receipt and actually looking at it himself. No. The person who owns the receipt must show him the receipt the way he wants to be shown the receipt. He can't just take it for himself and look at it. He just, what a dick. I hope you sued him and got some fat stacks of cash out of this situation. In this clip, a Karen gets confronted by a person with a disability for being a bit of an asshole about their service dog.
Hi, is Amy here?
She is.
Where is she?
She is in the back.
Okay, I need to speak to her.
Okay. Somebody asking for you? Not. What?
What's the problem with my service dog going to the bathroom?
Are you gonna come in here with an attitude with me?
First of all, you disrespected my mom. I'm asking you a question. What's the problem with my service dog going to the bathroom?
You call your landlord.
What does that mean?
If you have a problem, we don't deal with
You just told her that my service dog can't poop right there if we're picking it up.
I asked you guys to be discreet about.
We don't need to be discreet. It's a service dog. My disability is not discreet, is it? My disability is not discreet, so I don't need to be discreet about my service dog. If I have to hear anything else, I'll get my lawyer involved. Thanks.
Go ahead and get your lawyer.
And you can get yours too, because you're.
All I have to do is call and say evict them.
Okay.
Bye.
Yep, evict me because my service dog is going to the bathroom. Good luck with that legal case. Good luck.
These guys are the true documents that it's an emotional dog. Just so you know.
It's an emotional dog?
Yeah,
You know what my disease is called? You know what my disease is called? It's called myelin-oligodendrocyte-glycoprotein antibody disease. I don't think that's emotional, honey. I was blinded and paralyzed, okay? I go through frequent bouts of paralysis. That's not emotional. And right now, that's very illegal. I have it on video, so if you want to keep talking, I would love that. So much more.
Let's go.
No, she's not, my disability is not discreet.
This is not worth this. Let's go.
I don't need to be discreet.
When you first moved in, I asked you, can you please take the dog?
Hold on.
No, I need to talk now.
And I said,
I need to tell you something. I left out of here Monday and got into a car accident going out of this complex. That's the reason why I wasn't down at the dog park today. There was a huge fucking boulder in the middle of the road. Some kids pushed it in the middle of the street where you guys don't have lights down there, and I got into an accident. I usually go down to the dog park, but you caught me going out here today. But I was in an accident, so I couldn't drive down to the dog park. And you know what? I'm probably going to talk to you guys about that too, because you guys should have that lit up down there, and you don't.
Okay, so back to the original issue.
I had an accident.
It's not an emotional support dog.
Look, if you leave right now.
It's illegal to do what she's doing.
I don't care. I don't want to hear her.
I don't care. She knows she's wrong. That's why you can't do anything. Try to evict me for that. Stupid.
You're we deal with the owner.
Okay.
My dad just died. You better get.
What is it? Oh,
are you kidding me? My dad just died.
All right. You're in.
Wow.
Oh, she's in.
So what I can gather here is the dog decided to take a shite outside on the grass, and they were going to pick it up right afterwards, and this Karen had a lot big problem with that, with a dog going to the bathroom. Despite the fact that they would have cleaned it up afterwards, they had a big... I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on that first bit. It doesn't matter why that dog exists. What the fuck's wrong with a dog just taking a dump outside? If the person's got to clean up after their dog, why the fuck is it a problem? Holy shit. Like, just before anything else in this clip, that first thing is just so blindsidingly dumb. Why the fuck would you care so much about a dog taking a shit in the grass or taking a shit outside when the owner of that dog will clean up after the dog taking their shit? Like, what? Am I the only one perplexed by that entire decision making there? And then furthermore, they're saying, oh no, you're not allowed to have an emotional support dog here, yada yada yada, it's an emotional support dog. Motherfucker, who are you to say what type of service dog it is? Like, what the fuck? Like, this entire thing is just a massive what the fuck moment. I'm honestly glad that here in Australia, one of the things with rental laws is you cannot deny someone from being in a rental house or kick them out of a rental house just because they have a pet of sorts. Not even just a service dog. Having a pet in general. If you have a cat or a dog, that can't be the reason why you deny them the ability to be out of rent in that house. That can't be the reason why you kick them out of that house. That will get you into legal fucking shenanigans that will fuck you over massively. I don't get it, like... all this over a fucking dog taking a shit. Wow. God. In this clip, we got the lovely neighborhood Karen just coming down to your apartment to say hi. Wait, hold on a moment. I read my notes wrong. Oh, she's not saying hi. Oh boy. She's got a hammer.
Motherfuckers! Call them. Call them. Are you calling the cops yet?
Okay, I'm laughing, but in reality it's in a laughing manner because depending on who's actually living in that apartment, they could either be someone who's had their shit just scared the living hell out of because of this one person being, well, clearly a maniac. an absolute menace. But I can also imagine how this would go in Texas, in an apartment where the person that she so happens to be doing this to is a gun-loving American and has a bit of a shotgun lying around near the door. I can only imagine how that could go. Pretty, like, I don't get how there are people this crazy sometimes when it comes to dealing with their neighbors that go up to their door and start bashing it down with like with a hammer or their own hands, especially in America, because all it takes is the person behind that door being some form of gun nut, a gun-loving American, and well, you have some problems in your hands. Many of them. Good lord. Next we have a mother who loses her shit when she has a gender reveal party to find out that she's having yet another girl.
Oh, she really mad. It's okay. I didn't think she was for real. Oh, shit.
God, I hope the daughter never actually sees this clip, because holy shit, that's just depressing.
Here we watch as the final straw is pulled at this Home Depot worker and he absolutely loses it, quitting right on the spot.
Can you get somebody else?
Check the price.
It's $5. All of this is over $5.
We asked you to check the price. You said no.
I need somebody here. I didn't say no. Yes, you did.
I just said, can you get a picture now? And you made a big deal out of that.
Yes.
Yeah, I did. I told you to get a picture for me. You made a big deal out of it.
Listen to you, dude. You work here, buddy.
I don't give a
Hey, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
my face.
Andrew. Andrew. Pops, go. Andrew, go sit in the manager's office right now. Take your apron off.
I quit. No.
Get out of there. Good. You should quit. Then I'll come back. What?
Kick my ass, bitch.
Are you going to assault me?
Yeah.
Andrew,
Go ahead and
get
assault
out.
me. Go ahead and assault me. You want to go to juvenile hall, probably?
I'm not
16?
Andrew.
I'm scared to go. Yeah, bitch.
Andrew.
You don't call me a dumbass fat. That guy's nuts. He's having a big issue.
Wow.
We just wanted to check a price on something.
Right.
And he just
Can
went
you
crazy.
bring this customer out? Can you text me, please?
I never, ever.
You know, the big question I have for the guy here is just what actually caused this. Is it A, that this just a build-up of multiple asshole customers and this is the guy who pulled the last straw and you just said, it, I'm just going to be done with this, I can't handle this amount of people? Or B, is it an entitled little shite who is experiencing the real world for the first ever time and he's not quite happy with how the real world actually seems like? Because from what we can tell from this clip, the customer doesn't seem to be that much of an ass. I wouldn't call him the nicest guy, but he's not an asshole like most other customers I've dealt with in the past that would warrant this type of reaction. So, yeah.
Either way, that situation could have been handled so much better by Andrew, by the other Home Depot worker that's there. It involves various other people because, you know, customers aren't saints. In this next clip, we got a guy who's not happy with pest control coming through.
Give me your business card.
I don't have one.
What are you doing here without a business card?
I'm just taking care of people's bugs, sir.
What do you mean bugs?
Spiders, ants, roaches.
What company are you with?
Hawks.
Hawks?
Yeah.
Why don't you have a business card?
Because I'm just a route manager out here.
Get the out of this neighborhood,
Why?
dude. You don't have, you're not allowed to just walk around people's private property. You're not allowed to. You don't have an appointment.
I don't know why you're so angry, sir. I wish I could help you out.
I'm trying to get this guy out of the neighborhood. He's driving everybody crazy.
You're the only person. All of your neighbors were really nice. You're the only one that's acted like this.
Back up. You interrupted my business.
I'm sorry.
You're not sorry.
You didn't even answer the door.
You're a jerk.
You've been cussing at me, using God's name in vain. I don't know who's the jerk here.
It's not against the law to cuss.
You're right. It's not against the law to knock on the door.
Yeah, it is. There's no soliciting signs all over.
Look,
You don't even have a business card.
You probably need to go to church, sir.
You know what?
Can you just take it on out of my
I'm sorry. I was just coming to talk to you about the bugs. I don't understand why he's...
Man, this guy just likes his bugs. It's just like this guy's coming in to do some pest control work, you know, the fun stuff. Burning those bugs alive, and this guy's just coming through having a bad day, losing his shit at this guy because he doesn't have a business card. Yeah, it's about as ridiculous as it sounds. I got nothing here. In this clip, we got a lady who somehow manages to knock the mirror off of a parked car, and when she realizes what she's done, she picks up the mirror from the other car, puts it in her car, and disappears.
Yeah, I was at a client's house. I come out after working. My car is in the state that it's in. And I'm like, what the heck happened, right? So I go check the security footage from their cameras. And lo and behold, some car hit me, silver car. And that's pretty much all I had to work with. The first things first, I filed a police report. Then I called every body shop and mechanic in town and let them know the situation. I told everybody around town what was going on. I put it on Facebook and every neighborhood watch group I could find. It was getting a decent amount of attention, but I know ultimately no one was going to help me unless I did this myself. It even got to the point where yesterday I made flyers with screenshots of their vehicle and a little write-up of what happened, and I was passing them out to everybody in that neighborhood because I knew someone in that small community had to know who this lady was. So a car was driving down the road. I flag him down and hand him one of the flyers. And he says, hey man, I just saw a silver Highlander around the corner. You want me to take you where that is? And I was like, dude, please. And this is what happened. Well. Would you look at this? A little self-investigation action. And I found you. Look, it looks like they're going on a trip too. Not too quick. Not before I get your information, sir. Hey, I appreciate you, sir. You are the man. Let's find out exactly what she has to say.
Let's see what she gonna do.
Oh, she might freak out.
Where's this apartment 304?
Oh, me.
That's you?
Yeah.
Okay, we got a little problem here.
Okay.
So the other day, this young man's car got hit, and look what we found.
Yeah, and I don't know how it
It's on camera.
hit me.
No, you hit it.
Ma'am, we have it on camera.
Well, I was hoping I tried to.
We have it on camera. Everything's you're caught. I don't know why you try to run. Why wouldn't you just give us? Why wouldn't you just give us your phone number? Why wouldn't you?
I went around and I went.
You nailed me. It's on camera, and then you came back and took my mirror off the ground. Why?
Well, I wasn't sure what to do.
I'm a tutor and a teacher, and I can't afford this stuff. Why would you do this to me?
For 2 days, I couldn't figure out what to do.
Why wouldn't you just stop right then and give a phone number?
You have your license, your registration, and all that good stuff. We need to go out of your car. All right?
Yeah, so what do you... I will do anything. I've been so upset about this, I can't tell you.
Really? You could have came right back to the house and said something
Well,
if you were that
there's
upset.
nobody there.
Really?
No,
You couldn't leave a note or a phone number?
Did you see me? I went around and
Couldn't
came
leave
to
a
them.
note or a phone number. They've got security cameras everywhere that you didn't go
Okay,
back.
well, you make me feel better. Okay, just tell me what you want me to do.
It's up to him at this point.
I would love for you to arrest her. You could do that.
You have to get a warrant for that, so.
All right, I would love for that to happen because she hit and ran me and
I
stole
did
my
not
property.
run. I went back
She stole
and I
my
went
mirror
back
from my car.
I have your mirror. It's downstairs.
Oh, you have my mirror, so now she's admitting to taking
Well,
my
I
mirror.
didn't know what to do.
Thank you very much. I'd really appreciate if I could press charges of you.
Your
anyway.
license, registration.
I will bring it. We're leaving tomorrow morning.
I could tell you were trying to escape. I saw your new luggage rack up there.
I have been upset
And
about
you've been
this
hiding
all
your
the
car in the garage, haven't you?
We always put our car in the
It's okay.
Can we just go get your license stuff?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I'm glad you came.
Oh, you're glad. I'm
serious.
I'm glad I found you, ma'am, before you left.
I kept saying to my husband, when are they going to come? Because I didn't know what to do.
Oh.
Jesus, I am being honest.
I'm gonna stand here.
I don't think you'll ever believe me, but I really mean it.
I have a video of you hitting my car and then coming back and deliberately picking everything
And
up.
I thought maybe you hit me.
Let's go out to the car. There's no way you thought that.
The car was parked.
The video is clear as day. He gonna show it to you too.
Yeah, you can watch it. You want to see it? It's on Facebook too. You're going viral. Yeah. This one's gonna too.
I believe every word you say. I do.
I don't think you believe your own words, ma'am.
Excuse me. I don't think I've ever lied in my life.
You just said that. It's okay.
I didn't know.
It's okay. I'm not gonna argue. This case is closed.
And I finally did throw it in the dumpster because I really thought somebody had thrown something at me. I had no idea.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
What? Just saying.
Like I said, man, there's a clear video. I mean.
Oh, I'm glad there is.
Yeah, there's an open case report.
I don't disagree.
He's filed a report with the sheriff's office
Oh.
over here.
Right here. Whoa.
Well, your car's out front, right?
Yeah, your car's not in the garage.
Oh, okay. Well, here I
Because you can't fit it anymore with the new luggage rack on there because you're going on your big trip.
Yeah, right. That's right. Thank you. I am sorry. My husband like pondered over it. I didn't know what happened.
I'll tell you what we can do. We could trade cars right now. You want to just give me your car and you take mine? I'd be happy with that deal.
You want this car?
Yeah, I'll take that car and you take mine.
It's just about to be sold.
I know you probably thought mine was like too crappy to get fixed. That's probably why you just fled the scene, right?
I never even saw your car.
It's okay. Can you? I'm not trying to get near you, ma'am.
Oh, God.
Hello. Are you you're the dad or the husband?
Yeah.
I really appreciate you. What's up?
Who are you?
I'm the person who your wife hit.
Hit you personally?
She hit my car on Wednesday.
Okay. Where did
Can
this
you back
happen?
up a little bit?
No.
Sir, this guy's getting really close to me for some reason.
No. Tell him to go
away from him.
Tell him.
Record all he wants.
This is for my own protection. I don't know if you have weapons or anything like that.
Ma'am, can you give your license, your registration, please, sir?
All in all, case closed. She's gonna have to appear in criminal court for the crime of hit and run, which is very illegal here in the state of Florida.
You know, the moment that she said, oh, I thought something hit me, I literally lost it when I was watching the clip back. It's just like, oh, this car's not moving? Oh, that means it must have hit me. It doesn't make sense that I've just said that, but I'm saying it anyway because, I don't want to feel like the person who did something wrong here. Bro, you hit a parked car. Is there any other way to really tell you this? You hit a parked car, regardless of how that car was parked. The fact that it was a car that was not moving, you're more so in the wrong than anybody else can ever be so, because it wasn't moving. You were, they weren't, the car, no one was at the car. That was just brilliant. Yeah, okay. Oh, some people.
First up, we have a very intriguing traffic stop. Now, we have no idea why the traffic was these guys were stopped in the first place. It's not context we get given here. And ultimately speaking, it doesn't matter too much because these police officers decide to go on about how these pills are not allowed to be within reach of drivers because they're narcotics. I'll just let you watch the clip here.
So, I'm going to explain this very quickly. If you don't unlock this door, you'll be charged with obstruct police. Okay?
I have.
The door was open, and now you locked it.
I have a video.
In plain sight, she had pills in the door. So
That's my pills, though.
Okay, that doesn't make a difference. To the driver.
Pardon me?
It's accessible to the driver. So under the law, if it's accessible to
This
the
is my van, though.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
She is driving the vehicle.
No, it's my vehicle, though.
Then we're going to charge you with obstruct as well. So you need to open the door for us. Otherwise, we're going to have to take you out of the vehicle in a way you won't like. So
why? What did I do?
The window will be smashed, and you will be taken out of the vehicle unless you unlock the window. Unlock the door.
Okay, but what do you need the door unlocked for, though?
I can't hear you. I'm sorry. What?
Why do you need the door unlocked?
Because we need to find out what those pills are.
Oh, they're mine, though.
It doesn't matter.
So you're just going to look at the name?
Okay, if you don't open the door, man.
No, I'm just asking. Are you just going to look at the name on them?
Your vehicle is also going to be impounded, and you're going to be stuck here.
No, I'm just asking. Are you just going to look at the name?
Sorry?
Are you just going to look at the name, like the bottle?
Absolutely.
Oh. That's all I have to say. Those are my pills.
Okay. And what's your name, sorry?
Ashley.
No. Ashley?
Yeah? What do you mean, no? Those are mine.
I got that, but these are gabapentin.
Those are
within reach.
gabapentin,
She
though.
has
cancer.
I got that, but these cannot be within reach of the driver.
They're what in the reach? They
Your
switched.
car smells like weed.
How does it smell like
Your car
weed?
smells like weed.
So that is right in the cup holder or the
Yeah,
door handle
'cause
of the
there's-
driver? That's the driver position of the vehicle. That is right there.
Because they switched spots before we drove in.
We're just
She was
switching because I was tired.
But, so then you were driving then?
Yeah, I was
And then it's still
driving.
within reach of a driver.
But I have
It doesn't-
cancer. I have colon cancer. I'm terminal. And that's why I have all these pills.
But you cannot have medication like that. That's within reach
I
of a
know I
driver.
have medication all over because I have cancer and I have to have access to it. I just got discharged from the hospital
Okay. When did you get discharged from the hospital?
like a week ago, and that's why I have all these pills. Like I was supposed to get more, and I have
Hospital?
Thunder Bay
Thunder Bay. Okay.
Regional,
Okay.
and I have it from my pain doctor, Dr. Bizance, and he's the one who prescribed me all these pills, and I just picked them up, and
I'm
that's
not-
why we have them in my
I'm
vehicle.
not disputing that, but you need to understand something. You cannot have these anywhere that is accessible.
But it's my vehicle,
hey,
though. Like, where would I put it? Where am I
listen,
going to
put it
put
on the trunk then.
Why?
Put it- we
I have to have it on my person.
That is so stupid. What? I'm sorry, but what?
Because I have to take them all the time. I take them
We have an
3-4
issue
times
here
a
where I let
day.
you talk, but you don't let me
No,
talk.
but I'm just saying I have to take them
Okay,
3-4
so you said
times a
that.
day.
Now listen, stop talking and listen to me. If you don't want to get stopped here, you're going to listen to me, okay? You cannot have a narcotic within reach of anybody in the front seat, driver's seat of the vehicle.
Well, I
Yours
did
or
not know that.
okay?
Like, can I just have my pills in?
But it doesn't. You cannot claim ignorance.
I'm not claiming ignorance because it's my
No,
vehicle.
listen,
I was
you
just
cannot claim
driving.
ignorance, just like you cannot claim ignorance if you didn't know that you can't kill
No,
someone.
I wasn't.
You can't have open alcohol. You can't have narcotics in the front seat.
It's not narcotic. I
It
was
is
driving,
narcotics.
and I have
Gabapentin is a
cancer.
narcotic.
Though I just told you.
It doesn't matter. So you're driving under the influence of narcotics? Is that what you're telling me?
No,
You
because I'm
told me you
not
have to take
driving.
me- Right.
Yeah, and I have
But you
to.
told me you were driving. You got tired. You switched. You told me you have to take these 3 times a day.
Yeah, I do, and then it says right on the pill bottle,
Gotcha.
and it doesn't affect my driving.
Gabapentin does affect.
No, it doesn't.
It does. You
Not
can't
when
take
you
a
have
narcotic.
colon cancer and you're terminal.
I understand. It doesn't matter whether you have cancer. Cancer doesn't improve your
Yeah,
driving
it does.
Cancer improves your driving
No.
ability? It makes you a better driver?
It just
If you were in
those
possession-
pills don't affect me
But
though.
I have no proof that you were the one taking them. I have no proof that she
Those
wasn't
are my
taking
pills.
It's probably the first time in a very long time I've actually interjected into a clip, because usually what I do is I watch through the entire clip, gather my thoughts, and then talk about it. What you heard just before in the middle of that clip was my genuine reaction to hearing what was said prior to that. So let's fill you in with some context for those you don't know. Now, I think the first thing to get out of the way, gabapentin may cause vision changes, clumsiness, unsteadiness, dizziness, drowsiness, sleepiness, or trouble with thinking. But it's one of those things where it isn't straight up you can't drive with it. It's more of a make sure you understand how your body reacts to this medicine before you drive. You're still allowed to drive when you have this in your system, by from what I can read. And furthermore to that, if you don't know what gabapentin is, it's a anticonvulsant medication primarily used to treat partial seizures and necropathic pain. It is commonly used medication for the treatment of necropathic pain caused by diabetic nephropathy, post-anergetic neuralgia, and central pain. I butchered every single one of those words, and you can't tell me otherwise. But this just seems so ridiculous to me. And then from what I can, it seems to be one of those situations where, yeah, in theory, this can get you in a lot of crap in America, but at the same time, it's very ridiculous. And then furthermore to that, I'm just listening to this whole thing. If it was some form of prescription weed or alcohol, whatever, fair enough, makes sense. But this is pills, and these are prescription drugs that, at least via what is known, what I can gather on them, it's kind of one of those things where they are side effects that could affect your driving, but it's one of those things where you just need to know how your body reacts to it, and once you know that, you should be fine, kind of deal. And also, I loved like the brief moment when the guy decided to try and find another way to continue this mess and saying, why does your car smell like weed? I'm glad that this was completely thrown out the window very quickly by them and they decided to not pursue that further, because that's usually what I've seen police officers do in America when they have nothing else they can really use against someone. They just want to try and have the ability to search someone's car for no reason, which is ridiculous in the first place. Like, this entire thing was just, what the hell are you doing? Here we have a McDonald's drive-thru worker that seems to be having a pretty not so great day.
Okay. So if you got cash, I'll take the order. Okay. So tell me when you need it. I gotta go to lane 1.
Okay, I'm ready. I've been sitting here for the past 15 minutes, though.
Well, I can't do nothing about that. I'm taking orders.
Okay, and I'm giving you my order right now.
Well, do you have cash?
Yeah, I have cash.
Not cash.
Why would I have a cat right now? I have cash.
All right, well, you said cat. I don't have a cat.
I have cat.
McDonald's. Okay, let's go.
Can
I'm really busy right now.
There's 2 cars.
Okay, I'm not chit-chatting. I'm trying to place my order, please. Can I get a...
Go ahead. I'm waiting.
Can I get an order of large fries, please?
A large fry, okay. Anything else?
Can you give me a fish fillet with shredded lettuce?
Fish with lettuce, okay.
Shredded lettuce?
Yep, I got it. Anything else?
And an order of medium fries.
Anything else?
That's it.
All right, go to window 2.
Thank you.
You know what? I'm just going to ask for a moment. Why do we still have these crappy microphones and speakers at drive-thrus with how much technology is advanced? Like, heck, the microphone I'm currently using that you currently hear is like only $100. These are like very common microphones you can throw around and treat like crap, and they'll live like mad. It's not that expensive to upgrade to somewhat decent microphones, decent speakers that people can actually understand in very simply. I can also understand that microphones on the outside of the drive-thru will always have their own issues because, well, it's just easier to have something concealed inside the big box than anything else because it stops people from doing excess damage to them easily or just straight up stealing them. But it's just like many questions on why are our drive-thru mics still so fucking bad. This is quite interesting. Basically what's happened here is this bodyguard the security guard's been watching things on camera and apparently saw this guy sit down and start just sitting here waiting, doing nothing for apparently just about 5 minutes, and decided to come out and go, hey, you're here loitering, can you shoo? And things on those lines. And well, I'll just let you watch the clip here and formulate your thoughts.
What's your question?
Are you waiting for something?
Yeah, I am.
What are you waiting for?
It's none of your business.
Well, you're loitering outside of a closed business.
I'm loitering?
Yeah, outside of a closed business, and I'm trying to ascertain what your purpose is on property.
Yeah, I come here all the time.
Okay, but
yeah,
inquiring on your purpose.
Yeah, I just chose to sit here.
Okay, well, you can't be loitering outside of closed business. I have employees that are trying to get into the area.
Yeah.
And they feel threatened by.
Oh, they feel threatened by me?
You need to vacate the area if you don't have any association with the property or the business.
I do have association here.
Okay, which is?
Yeah, I come here all the time.
I understand that.
Yeah.
You've already stated that.
Yeah.
But that's not enough.
Am I being detained? Are you even You're not even a police officer.
You're not even.
What are you? Are you a security guard?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so what's the problem?
The problem is you're loitering outside of a closed business.
I'm loitering.
Business hours. Yes. Do you not understand what loitering is?
I understand. Do you?
Okay. Of course I understand what
okay, so do you feel threatened right now?
According to Penal Code Section 647H.
Great.
Loitering is when you're occupying a space.
Yeah.
You have no business being.
So I sat here probably
aimlessly.
Yeah, no, I sat here probably about 20 seconds ago. Did you see me on camera? Were you watching me on camera?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yes. Again, I have employees that feel threatened by your presence.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here.
I wonder why that
as
is.
Being paid by the property owner.
Yeah.
I'm paid by the owner of the property.
Okay.
To deal with people that feel threatened by their tenants and their employees trying to enter this facility.
Okay.
So you need to leave.
Oh, I need to leave?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because you're not only loitering, now you're trespassing.
Oh, now I'm trespassing.
Yes, sir.
And
refusing to leave is a violation of subsection O.
You gonna call the police?
Section 602.
You gonna call the police?
Which means no. You can be arrested for refusing to leave per Penal Code 602.
Yeah.
So
okay.
again, what is your purpose for loitering outside of a closed business?
Do you want me to really tell you the answer? Are you sure you want that? Because I got this all on video.
Hey, you and me both, dude.
Okay, great. So I live here, first of all.
What do you mean you live here?
I live in Santa Barbara, first of all.
Okay.
And so I walked here.
Okay.
And I've been taking classes at Core Power Yoga for over a year now.
Okay.
And the class starts at 7 o'clock.
Cool.
And the door opens at 6:30.
Cool.
And I actually got here before.
That's all I needed to know. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no.
Have a good day.
No, that's embarrassing, huh? Yeah, you should feel embarrassed. You should walk away. That's really embarrassing. No, bro, I know what's going on.
And I'm trying to
I know
ascertain
what's
what's your
going on.
purpose.
You see the hood, you see me, yeah. It's
No,
like you
dude.
gotta do your thing.
Have a
Yeah,
good
so
day.
politely off.
Enjoy your
Literally.
class.
I'm hesitant to say that the security guard was in the wrong here. Yeah, maybe he was a bit cocky. Maybe he was a bit over the top with how he chose to do this and so on and so forth. He probably was like, hey, what's your reason for being here? Like, do you have a reason for being here? It's just kind of one of those things. Like, I get it. Loitering can be an issue, and he's trying to enforce that, so fair enough. But I also feel like at the same time, he probably came off a little cocky and things along those lines. And then the person behind the camera could have made things easier, saying, yeah, nah, I'm waiting for a class that opens up their section of the room soon. It's fine. And then that could have been the end of the story. That could have been it. Easy, done, no problems after that. But it seems like they had to go in the direction it is here. I don't know. Maybe I'm entirely wrong, and maybe that's not how it should have been. Let me know. What are your thoughts in the comments below? In this next clip, we got a group of good Samaritans who see someone getting abused and attempt to fix the situation successfully.
You can call the cops for yourself.
You're not gonna explain.
I don't even know if he,
She don't gotta explain.
If you have somebody on hold,
I seen you in the elevator being aggressive with her. Now you want to call the cops? Yes, I want to see the cops. No, she's not gonna leave.
Look.
I don't care. Yeah, look at her. Look at how you have her. You have her like that.
Alexis, you gonna stay with him? Come here.
I'm not gonna let her go with you. Call the cops. Call the cops.
Hello?
I want to see you call the cops.
Hello?
I want to see you call the cops.
Hello? Hey, Google where the map is at. I'll call right now. Hello? Alexis, you're gonna explain to him.
Don't talk to her.
You're gonna do all this?
I'm sorry.
We're getting involved in a situation where this person is like
motherfuckers like that come and go. They come and go. Let him threaten you. He left you. He left you. He just left.
More like successfully with an asterisk, because there are some other potential problems that may occur down the line. I honestly hope that she was able to get the help that she needed to keep out of the situation from reoccurring, but it wouldn't be too surprising that if the supposed abusive boyfriend knew where she lives, it wouldn't be too surprising to know that he turned up later to try and cause some trouble. But I hope and pray that that didn't happen and you got away, and that's as good as that. Either way, good on these people. Why is this in a Karen compilation? I will never know. In this next clip, we're gonna go is a bit upset that the kid is skateboarding across the footpath and decides to steal their skateboard.
That's theft. You know that, right? That's theft. That's theft. I'll call the cops on you, buddy.
Call him.
That's theft.
God, this is not your property. You're not getting it back. Okay?
Call him.
I'll do what I want.
Fucking do anything, I dare you. You know, I mean, $75,000 if you touch my fucking
Fucking my kids snowboard. I don't skateboard, they do all that. I bought a lot of this
Your kid's you.
Come and get her. Fucking.
Do it, Neil. What's he gonna do? He'll go to jail. Go to jail.
Well, I'm not gonna hit him. But I'm not gonna hit this board back. No, not. Touch me and see what happens. No. Tell me you're gonna leave and I'll fucking trust you. I'll leave. I don't trust you. Where did the cops get? Fucking redneck fuck. You're gonna call me names?
I called you a fucking redneck fuck. That's what I called you.
Darren, just come out here.
Touch him. Do it. Oh, you'll get it back. Cops will get you'll get it back.
This fat. You actually give it back to me? I'm allowed to call you whatever I want. You're allowed to. I guess if your parents let you. Took my board.
It's called a free country.
I don't give a shit. I didn't care.
It's called a free country, buddy. What you just did is theft.
I didn't touch any of your property. Your hands on
This is not right. You're not supposed to skate.
Well, it's not right for you to take my property. I spent money on that.
You call me an ant, I'll take your property. You call me an ant.
I don't care. You take my property out. I'm calling the cops. That's simple. My dad's calling you right now. Which I live on.
No, you don't. You live over there.
It's the same property.
Here's a simple short term for it. It's not your property either, mate. You can't stop someone else from riding down a footpath on their skateboard. At the best case scenario, you're inside of an apartment complex, which, yeah, technically the footpaths aren't exactly private or public property or public use, but what if that kid lives in the apartment complex with their family elsewhere? What then? Now you're completely in the wrong. Not only are you wrong about him not being allowed to ride there, you're also in the wrong by just stealing the skateboard in the first place. And in the worst case scenario, you're on a public street, which means that it's public property, so anyone can ride down there. I'm assuming it's most likely an apartment complex, but still, at the end of the day, it's still not your footpath either. It's the rules of the apartment complex, and you can't just be there to enforce them and steal someone else's skateboard because you feel like they're breaking the rules. Like, that's not how that works, mate. How about you stop being so goddamn childish and grow the fuck up? Here we have an employee of the Southwest Airlines being a little bit unhappy with the customers today.
Suitcase, that's the seat in front of you. If you got something that won't fit, we gonna have to check that. And guess what? If you done check 2 bags over there at the counter, guess what you got to do? Give me a credit card, cause it's gonna cost you $75. Anybody don't understand that? Talk among yourself and explain it, cause I ain't finna say it again. Any problems? Pray about it. It's gonna work out. Jamaica, whatever. Anywho, again, I'm Bernie, and as always, thank you for flying with us here at Southwest Airlines.
I mean, this is just funny and lighthearted. I just wonder how many people have just done the exact thing she's now talking about today in order to warrant this being talked about and made 100% clear to people today. Gotta be a fun day sometimes working at airlines. Here we got the manager of a Target store deciding to kick this person out because they have what they claim to be a service dog, because they don't want to give any form of identifications or anything to actually recognize that it is a service dog, even though that's not required by law.
I'm really sorry, but I can't have a dog in here.
It's a service
It's against,
dog.
I would need to see a documentation. I will then, absolutely.
It's a service dog, and it's against state law and federal law.
Yes, I do. You do need to have documentation
No, you
on
don't,
it.
sir.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and...
If you look up the Colorado
It's against a
state
health
law,
code violation to have a dog in
if you look up the
a food
Colorado
establishment.
state law,
How are you a GM? I am.
James, stop. If you look up the
I don't
Colorado,
see. It's also required that they wear
it's not
the...
required, sir.
So,
it's not required. It's a,
all right, well,
if you
asking
go on your
guys to
phone
leave, so-
and you look up the Americans with Disabilities Act,
Okay, well, this is private property, and I am asking you guys to
it's
leave.
actually a
Okay,
public establishment,
No,
and you're open to the
It's
public.
privately owned, and I am asking you guys to leave.
Because
so-
I don't have a
All right,
vest on my
thank you,
service
guys.
dog?
Thank you. I'm asking you to leave.
Because I don't have a vest on my
I'm not
service
gonna-
dog.
yeah,
It's a
you
service
have no
dog.
documentation whatsoever.
You don't have to have.
It is a big deal. You can't have a dog.
This is one of those moments that, as an outsider looking into all these laws to do with service animals, I'm not only slightly confused by some of the decisions here, I can also understand why some of these decisions are made. So, according to the Americans with Disabilities Law Act, laws. There's a bunch of different laws here, but basically the layman terms of it all, service dogs are not required to wear any form of identification whatsoever. They don't need to wear a vest, they don't need to have any form of marking to show that they're a service dog. Also, you are not required to have any of the documentation for it because by law, stores and places like that cannot ask you if that is a service dog. They can't ask you for any form of documentation to prove that's a service dog. They can't ask you if you've got any disabilities or what disabilities you have. They can't ask you anything in resemblance to prove that that's an actual service dog, which makes sense to a degree because it means that you can't just look at someone with a service dog, know they've got a disability and abuse them for having that. But also at the same time, it's a system that is very easily abused depending on how things can get enforced, because the list of breeds that can be a service dog is up there on the internet for everyone to look at. So if you have a dog of that breed, you can take it around everywhere, say it's a service dog, and that you don't have to prove that it is to anyone unless potentially if some police officer along the lines decides to ask. But no store managers, no store in any way, shape, or form can ask you if it can ask for identification of that being a service dog, and legally they can't kick you out specifically for having a service dog. It's a very weird web of laws that, on one hand, I can completely understand of it because, it makes it so that it's very difficult to target someone with disabilities because there's no way to identify if they've got one or not. But at the same time, I think it can be very easily abused.
Here we have an upset DoorDash driver who's gone back to the previous delivery in order to question the person they delivered for why they did a chargeback. And for those of you who are unaware, if you get enough chargebacks on your account when you're a driver, you can get your ability to do driving on DoorDash or Uber Eats, all the various platforms permanently. Like, you get removed and you're not allowed to do that anymore. So it does actually affect other people's livelihoods if you do chargebacks. Here's a clip.
Whatever y'all little ghetto people always trying to get a free meal. Y'all always, call her back. Call her back, because y'all always trying to get a free meal.
First of all, don't put your hand in my face. Don't put your hand in my face.
I'm gonna need for you to let these people know. I'm gonna start recording you. I'm gonna record it. Don't worry about it. I'm recording it, and I see the food right there. I see the food.
Move away from my door.
I wish you would, and I wish you would.
Move away from my door. Move away from this door.
I wish you would, ma'am. Don't worry, because I recorded all the food and everything in here. You old ghetto old trifling heifer. You trifling for that. You trifling. I'm going to send this video to DoorDash. You trifling. Oh, dirty heifer. They always trying to get something for free.
Now I ask the question, do you think this person handled this entire thing the right way? Like, I can understand why we got here in the first place. I mean, heck, this is affecting her income because someone is selfish enough to attempt to get their food for free, even though they got it delivered by the delivery driver. Because, charging back doesn't just charge back the money from DoorDash itself. So, no. It means that the person who's the delivery won't get paid for it whatsoever. And they've just wasted whatever amount of fuel to do that delivery, and that money's now just vanished, gone, completely kaboof. And as I said, it can get your account terminated as well. But also at the same time, you get caught doing enough false chargebacks, your own account can get terminated too. But I don't think it's that hard to make a new DoorDash account for getting deliveries. The clips. With this clip here, we are lacking the context of what happened prior to the recording because, well, of course we do. That's just how it goes. Anyway, it seems like this Lowe's worker is a bit peeved off at the people who are recording for one reason or another. Potentially it's something to do with just there being complete and utter assholes worth of customers, and so they're being kicked out.
You lied.
I did not. He stopped and he got in my face.
Did not tell them that all he wants to do is pay
I would
for
like
his
to pay
stuff.
for my product. Can I pay for it?
If you're going to be rude, and I've already told you,
I'm
I have
rude.
asked you multiple times to leave.
You can just
ask me to pay.
No, I've asked you multiple times. If you guys are going to be rude, and if you're going to act
What have I done?
intimidating,
What have I done?
your husband has acted intimidating.
not
He got up in my face. He
He'll leave and I'll
No,
pay for it.
I told you guys could not be in a
Why
specific
can I
area.
not? What did I do?
No, I have asked you guys to leave multiple times. If you guys are not going to listen, the cops are coming.
Okay.
That's fine. You can record. That's perfectly
But
fine.
all I want to do is pay for my goods, and you won't let me.
Because you up and you got in my face,
What did I do?
and then once I asked you to leave again,
What
you
did I
got
do?
back in my face.
I'm as close to
I
you
am
as I've been
asking
all
you
day.
to leave.
I just like to pay for my things and leave. It took me almost an hour because you have no staff.
Okay, and like I said, if you have anyone who would like to apply, we will gladly accept their
So
application.
managers don't get paid to hire.
I am really curious on what happened prior to this recording in order to warrant the response that the staff member has given here. And from what the sounds of it is, they're possibly a manager. It's not confirmed. I'm not 100% sure of that. That's purely an assumption. But it just seems ridiculous that we got to this stage in the first place. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. The people behind the camera, I don't care what you want to say. Clearly, you did something that's a bit of a dick move towards this manager to warrant her just to want you to go and not even buy the products that you came in to buy, even though you clearly got them ready to go. Oh, and what was that sly comment that you cut off at the end of the clip? I just want you to speak up and say it again. Just so this microphone here can hear, you know? In this next clip, we got a Karen who's loud enough to be understood.
Program that the city pays. It is not illegal to yell here. Excuse me, ma'am. You are helped when you are visiting the city. Would you please ask your family to correct it? You have been fired and sued several times. I will now leave your bullshit store. You have been asked very loudly about your family's contracts. You do not live off this salary. Goodbye, with the understanding I ask quietly and it is not illegal to be loud.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Look at the broke out California asshole that can't afford to rent wherever you live.
Great victory for the people, man. Goodbye.
Well, I mean, at least I can understand what the hell you're trying to go on about, but it still confuses me. Or this contract you're under, your family's contract you're under, there's no way you live off that salary or whatever the... Like, it genuinely perplexes me. What is her thought process on that entire thing? What, like, from what I can gather, what does it fucking matter to you on how much another person earns in a different job that is no way in relation to you? You're literally just a customer. And yes, it's not illegal to yell, it's very, very disrespectful. And then slamming your hands on other people's property, that is potentially illegal, especially if you do end up causing some possible damage. In this next clip, we've got a Kevin who's highly offended from the words on a shirt.
You work here? You're a supervisor outside here? I'm not offending you. You're offending everyone out here.
Bullshit!
You're saying fuck!
This is my
My
right.
children don't know that word.
This is my right.
My
This
children
is my
don't know
right.
that
It's
word.
called freedom of
They're
speech.
5 and 6 years
Really,
old.
I find that hard to believe.
My
you as a
children are
father.
5 and 6 years old.
You got a supervisor outside here?
My in-laws own it. My wife's in charge. Go in there and talk to her.
Good.
And go wear that shirt in there.
Absolutely.
Go.
Show me.
Go.
Show me right now.
My children are 5 and 6 years old.
Are your children here?
Do you think that I want them to see that shirt?
Here?
Do you think that I want them to see that shirt?
Here, sir.
That shirt is offensive. That's a bad word. You're saying bad words in front of children.
Is your children here? Are your children here? Please, let's go talk to your
You're
wife.
offending people.
Let's go talk to your wife right now. You got the balls? Does it make you feel like a big man? Go ahead. Keep on walking.
I'm not here for the politics, but my personal opinion, why do you have to be so offended over a shirt that just says fuck Trump? Like, who cares? Move on with your life. Here we have yet another Karen who's left her dog out in the car with the car closed up, and she gets confronted by someone else who saw it and tried to call the cops and opened up her door and so on and so forth.
Is that you guys?
Yeah.
You know that's like really dangerous to do to a dog.
Did you open our car?
No, someone else did, but I put water in there because the dog wasn't even like panting, and someone else wanted to call the police because you guys have been gone like 25 minutes, and it's like 90 degrees outside.
She's in the shade.
I know, but it's
So
hot.
it's not the shade, it's the hot. It's the heat.
You have,
The
like,
dogs
very
that size
little, like,
will.
hair going
It's
in
like
and out
3
of
to
there.
5 times the
Okay,
heat.
you know, it's really weird to like just come and attack me. Like, just be chill, you guys. Like, this is my dog, and I like had her for 8 years. I take really good care of my dog, and like I'm so, like we were coming back to check on her, you know.
Well,
You said you
the
take really good care of your
customers are the
dog?
ones who pointed it out, and they're the ones who opened your car, and they called the police. I don't know why they're not here yet.
Police about that? Like, that's
Your dog probably would have died if
Okay.
you didn't.
Are you
Someone didn't open
really?
it. Yeah, absolutely.
It's
Sorry,
really hot
Peter.
outside.
We need to get her shaved. We're from Oregon, obviously. Like,
I don't think shaving will save your
You're
dog.
allowed
in
to
the
take
heat
your
like
dog
that.
everywhere around here, so you don't even need to leave her in the car.
okay.
Don't leave your dogs locked up inside of your cars, people. It's really that simple. You just put them on the leash outside the car. Just do something, not leaving them in the actual car itself that's closed off. Because, you know, there's multiple different problems. I stated before, but A, dogs will sweat a lot more than humans because they've got fur coats that make it far more difficult for them to lose heat when it's hot. B, if they're in the car locked up and you haven't put any water out for them at that point in time, they have no access to water. And that's really, really bad. They can get dehydrated pretty easily considering how hot it can get and how much sweat it's just bad. Don't do it. Like,